Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here, you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. It helps us feed our hungry hippos. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Today is Monday, November 4th. So because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What's Sold on eBay. Just like every week, we're going to start with the plush and then we will work our way into other items that sold between October 28th and November 3rd. I do have every plush sale up to talk about with you. And then I pulled some other items for various reasons. This is a teaching channel. So even though what sold videos are typically highlight reels, mine are a little different because I'm always teaching or finding something I can teach you or a teachable moment with each sale that I pull up. So before we get into this, I did want to say happy November. We're in the second month of Q4. We're getting closer to Christmas. Make sure your shipping stations are set up and organized. Make sure you have your shipping supplies that you need. Make sure you have a good inventory system. And if you don't now, it's too late. You'll have to set one up for next year. I'm being honest. Things are about to get crazy, we hope. It's been a weird year. The economy is not great. Not a lot of people have discretionary money. But one thing I have learned as a reseller and life in general, people will spend money for the holidays, even if they don't have the money to spend. One other tip, real quick, before we jump into the highlight reel here. If you have Christmas items or New Year's Eve items, get those titles optimized with the best keywords. And it can be as adjacent to the holidays as you want it to be. For instance, if you have dresses that are velvet, red, green, silver, black cocktail dresses, anything like that, you can put New Year's Eve party, holiday party, anything like that in your titles. So think outside of the box, go through your listings, anything that is slightly Christmas or New Year's, plush clothing, jewelry, all of it. Get those keywords in your titles, get everything optimized, because that's what folks are going to be looking for. I've been adding gift to some of my jewelry titles as well. I think that's going to be helpful. We'll see. This is my first Q4 with jewelry. All right, let's jump on in here with this vintage rush. Nope, he's not a rush. Vintage Russ Berry Baby Hoppity Easter Bunny. He sold for $15 plus 5 shipping. We sell Easter plush all year. We sell all plush all year round, but Easter sells, we sell the most Easter plush most often all year round. Probably because I throw Easter into every title that's a bunny, a chicken, or a duck, and those are common animals that people buy. All right, next we have a Halloween plush that sold after Halloween. So again, things don't always sell when it's the right time for them to sell. Do you want to prioritize seasonal items? Absolutely. You always want to prioritize your seasonal items and you want to get them up early. Pay attention to the stores. Pay attention to Walmart. When they're putting out Christmas is when you should make sure you have your Christmas items listed and your titles optimized. When they're starting to put out Valentine's Day, you do the same. Pay attention to the big box stores. That's when you should be putting your items up. Take a cue from them. Prioritize those seasonal items. And this includes swimsuits, coats, boots, shorts, seasonal clothing items as well. Pay attention to the stores, put yours up when they are, and prioritize them. But that doesn't mean you can't list all the things all the time. I have talked about this on the channel before, but it does bear repeating because it's super important. People get so locked into that I can only list seasonal items that they have desk piles of non-seasonal items just sitting around their house that could be selling. Remember, it's warm all year in Arizona, California, Florida. Just because we're up north where it's cold and snowing in January and February doesn't mean they're not still wearing sandals and shorts down in Florida. You can still list those items. Also, if you sell internationally across the pond, when it's winter here, it's summer there. People go on vacations, people go on cruises. People like me buy Halloween stuff all year round. So yes, you want to prioritize seasonal, but don't not list something just because it's the wrong time of year. I just sold an Easter plush and a Halloween plush last week. Snoopy's kind of poop. He didn't sell for a lot. Speaking of poop, here's this old man. If you watched my plush video I put up on Halloween last week on Thursday, I did a recap of all the plush we sold. This old man was in there. He's just a generic plush I got in wholesale a lot. And then we have Plushie, and I talked about her a little bit as well. She used to be a lot more popular than she is now. And this is kind of a smaller plush too. Size matters when it comes to plush. You can sell ginormous Walmart plushies for a lot of money. And then alternatively, you could have a Walt Disney World tiny plush that doesn't sell for as much. And speaking of Walt Disney World, this is a Festival of Lion King Tumble Monkey. It's vintage. He sold for $30.62 and $5 shipping. He was on our 30% off sale over the weekend. He's a really cool plush. So there are still Disney plush that are worth money. You just have to do your due diligence, just like with a lot of the different brands and characters I show on here. It can depend on the popularity, the saturation, if people are racing to the bottom. So it's a good thing to look items up if you're buying them one-off at the stores. I get most of mine wholesale. So I get a Gaylord plush, I get what I get. I'm not getting to pick and choose what I select and buy one by one. And I have a volume-based business, so I don't mind bread and butter and filler. But if you do and you're a little more picky, just make sure you do your due diligence. And don't forget, my plush guide is available for $12.49 right now, and it has a lot of that information in there. This is the last Disney Cruise Line Mickey. If you've been a long-time viewer, you probably remember seeing him a lot. I had about 20 of these, I think, at one time. And this is the last one. So I did let him go for $8. I paid $1 for 2 styrofoam boxes. They were like the boxes you pull the styrofoam out and there's little cutouts inside. Each box, I believe, had 10 Mickeys. I could absolutely be wrong because it's been years. But I know there were 2 boxes full of these little Mickeys. Paid $1. This is the last one. He's out the door. $8 plus 5 shipping. The first couple did sell for closer to 20, just so you know, a couple years ago. These are Farty. That sounds wrong. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. These are bib overalls. Organic cotton. I got these out of a thread-up box. I took a best offer 20 on these, plus 7 shipping. Got some Joe's jeans here that sold for 20, plus 7 shipping. I usually sell these for a little more, but these were on sale, which is fine. You can list items high. If they don't move, you can run sales. You can run sales every weekend. I like to run my bigger sales on the weekend because that's when folks are shopping. They've just gotten a payday. They're sitting around their house on their phones, looking at stuff and making purchases. Joe's Jeans is a good brand still. And if you get Joe's Jeans or you find it and you list it, please price it appropriately so that it stays a good brand. Please don't race it to the bottom. Please don't be a turd. I sold a bundle. Garage is a poop brand. I'm just going to put that out there. This is a poop brand. If you see it in the thrift, I don't care if it's 25 cents. Leave it there. If you get it in a thread-up box or wholesale, I mean, you can list it. I list everything I get in wholesale, but I wouldn't source these on purpose. And then this is a new to me brand, Pangea 101 jeans. And they sold together for $26.95 for the whole bundle. And that's with shipping and tax and everything. Then we have Nat Nast. Now, Nat Nast is a really good brand when it comes to men's shirts, the button-ups, at least it used to be. I used to find them all the time in Florida, and they would sell for 20 to 30 bucks. I don't find them so much out here. I still look for them. It is a good brand. I say it used to be because I haven't comped it in probably a year. And for all I know, all the turds in the world united to ruin yet another brand on eBay. The jeans are okay too. Remember, I like bread and butter items. So if I get jeans, if I can find Nat Nast for 99 cents at the thrift, I especially like men's jeans. You get, knock on wood, less returns, less problems, less issues with men's clothing. And these sold for $15 plus 8 shipping. So they're over $20. They're a solid bread and butter brand. But I do really like the shirts. And then Levi Strauss. This is like the bottom most Levi's. If you've heard me talk about Levi's on the channel before, they have a whole arc. They have the Levi Strauss like this, the ones you can find at Walmart that you can sell for around 20 to 30 bucks, depending on the size. If they're plus size, you can always get more. All the way up to like the vintage Levi's, you can get $100 for. Levi's are their own like entity, and there's just so much to learn about them. I do have a lot of information in a price guide for a lot of Levi's, included in my jeans guide, which is also on sale right now. And then this cute little silver stretchy black floral ring. It's got that stretchy adjustable band in the back. When I have rings like this, I don't put a size and I don't size them on my sizer. I do have a ring sizer. If they're normal rings, I will size them. But if they're like this, I just put adjustable, one size or adjustable. So this ring sold for $15 plus $5 shipping. So that's $20 all in for a piece of costume jewelry that most folks would tell you to list around $10 or $12. You can price items high. You do not have to race to the bottom. You can price items at what they're worth. And you can run sales if you need to. I did do an entire video on how I price my costume jewelry. So I'm going to have that pop up at the end for you, as well as my plush video from last week. And then if you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in this video or reselling in general, you can leave a comment down below. I do answer everybody. Or you can join my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, and you can ask in there and get answers from a lot of different resellers who have varying degrees of experience in reselling. And it's a really positive group by design. We're all nice in there. I promise. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.